Hi everyone, this is Wake Up Weather on ABC-7 NY. I'm meteorologist Lee Goldberg with your AccuWeather forecast. And all eyes are on a plowable snowstorm on Sunday. Biggest snow in a long time. We'll start out the weekend with some rain showers Saturday afternoon, but things will get cranking by midday on Sunday. If we're looking at earlier or newer trends, maybe even that gets going by late morning on Sunday, but I think the brunt is late day into the evening hours. So plowable snow looking probable here. Winter storm watches are up from northern New Jersey into the Hudson Valley and interior Connecticut. So these will turn into likely winter storm warnings or weather advisories depending on the trend of how this storm is evolving. If it's a little weaker and farther south and east, we might see some lower totals. If it looks like a stronger storm, we might just go straight to winter storm warnings. In terms of the weather headlines, Saturday afternoon, some rain is going to come in, so it'll be wet during the afternoon into the very early evening. The good news is your Saturday evening plans, if you're, let's say, going out after 6 o'clock, probably can ditch the umbrella unless you're maybe over eastern Long Island. And then we have a dry patch until about late morning on Sunday. By the way, tomorrow there also will be a little wet snow mixing in the higher elevations in northwest Jersey and into parts of the Poconos and Catskills could actually be a coating, mostly on colder surfaces because temperatures are above freezing. On Sunday, it's the afternoon and evening that will be the heaviest. I mean, really later afternoon into the first part of the evening, we get the brunt of the snows. But we're already accumulating as we go through the afternoon hours. Next week, it'll be about the dangerous cold Monday through Wednesday, and we're talking about highs that may knock it out of the teens Tuesday and Wednesday, overnight lows in the single digits and even below zero in some of the suburbs, and sub-zero wind chills for sure, maybe even some wind chills at night that are 10 to 20 below. So in terms of the timing, this is going to be around midday Sunday, and I might even allow for a few flakes even in the 11 o'clock hour in New York City. And then this will go through about midnight Monday. The brunt will be during the early evening hours. In terms of amounts, I think New York City has a potential to get around 4 inches, plus or minus an inch there. And then you're looking at 2 to 4 inches to the south, but 4 to 8 inches just north and west of New York City. Hazardous travel, low visibility, snow-covered roadways a big concern. Dangerous cold in the wake of the storm Monday through Wednesday. Let's take you through the time steps. We start out with a little filtered sunshine. In fact, both weekend days, they start out with a promising start where there's a little sunshine through the clouds, but then we cloud up quickly. The first raindrops by lunchtime. Notice there's some snow showers off to the north and west. A steadier period of some light rain, which actually could get moderate over parts of Suffolk County during the afternoon hours, and we could put down some coatings in the higher terrain well north and west. But look at how quickly this is getting out of here. So maybe in the 4 or 5 o'clock hour, we're seeing the rain move east of New York City. Maybe into the early evening, it's over Connecticut and Long Island, but then we're starting to see some partial clearing and not a bad Saturday evening. By Sunday morning, a little filtered sunshine early. Now temperatures are above freezing, not to the north and west, but city and coast. So that plays a role in the initial precipitation, which still could come in as snow, but at first it might not stick right away. It may be a little off and on. We might have a little bit of mixing at the coast, but look at how our latest run of our futurecast is already bringing in some snow in the 10 o'clock hour, not necessarily in the northern suburbs, but it would be shortly after. Now snow is overspreading the entire area during the midday into the afternoon hours. And that's depicting some pretty heavy snow along the I-95 corridor around 4 o'clock in the afternoon hours and pretty steady to the north. It's once you get north of I-84, you're a little farther away from the storm and you're getting some lighter snow intensities, but you're also colder, so we can still stack up some significant totals. I think the steadiest is going to go into the early evening hours, but look what's happening as we go after about 9 or 10 o'clock. Snows are getting lighter in New York City. We're still snowing steadily in Connecticut and Long Island. We've shut down the storm south and west of New York City to just some flurries. Now, even though the storm may end between 10 and midnight in New York City, it's going to linger longer off to the north and east as the storm strengthens offshore, and that's why we can put up some higher totals on the eastern end of Long Island. Then by Monday, it's a mixture of sunshine and clouds, a whipping wind, temperatures kind of holding in the 20s, but feeling like teens in single digits. So here's our snowfall forecast right now. 2 to 4 inches south of New York City, 4 to 8 inches north and west. You get well north and west away from the better snows, still getting some decent snowfall, but 2 to 4 inches there. So again, in New York City, it might be right on that 4-inch line, and we may include some of those higher totals, especially on the north shore of Long Island. By the way, just getting back to those temperatures because they tell a big story. When we're starting to snow here in the afternoon and you've got temperatures sub-freezing, we can stack up the snow faster north and west. That's why we're forecasting higher totals. And also, there's a higher water content initially of the snow city and coast, so it'll take more moisture to get more snowfall, a little less moisture to get all that snowfall north and west, and that's why we'll stack it up faster north and west. We will start to fall below freezing by early Sunday evening, and that's why we'll get our best snows in the late day, early evening, city and coast. And then just fast forwarding to Monday, we've got temperatures in the 20s, again, feeling like teens in single digits during the day. 7 in the morning on your Saturday, just some high clouds coming in and filtering that sunshine quickly. We will cloud over and figure rainfall can come in just after lunchtime, but it's a short window. I mean, we start to dry out during the early evening hours. There's even some partial clearing by 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening. So clouding up, breezy with afternoon rain. You will notice the breezes, and wet snow well north and west. The rain exits very early and with partial clearing as we go through tomorrow night. So there's your AccuWeather alert for snow starting midday, and even allow for some flakes to start falling late morning, given what I'm seeing. And look at that, 38 by day going down to 18 at night. So as the Arctic air comes in, the snow will get steadier. We'll hit the brunt of this in the early evening hours, but it will shut down around midnight, and then we start to see clouds break a little bit on Monday. A bitter wind is back for Martin Luther King Day and Inauguration Day. If you haven't heard, moving inauguration inside in D.C. because it's in the 20s, feeling like teens in single digits. The core of the cold is Tuesday. I could AccuWeather alert all these days for the dangerous chill. We're going to alert the coldest day. Look at the nighttime low at 8 and only 19 on Wednesday, and then there's some moderation by Thursday and Friday next week. Your 7-day AccuWeather forecast. It's always on ABC7 NY 24/7. We'll continue to update you on the evolution of the storm throughout the weekend and tweak any snow totals if needed. You'll be the first to know about it. Have a good weekend.